Welcome back to the Sunrise. They continue our focus on what would it be? How will they turn out in terms of the ministerial list? I know speculations out there. In fact, they've even attached portfolios to those, maybe moving ahead of the president. Well, Oladimeji Fabiyi joins us next as a strategic management consultant. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Well, let's look at this because the comment that the president made at the time, it's got a lot of people thinking. How would he have ministers who will not have any portfolios because he says the country is broke, we can't pay that? I appointed them because we had to fulfill the law. So if some persons have portfolios and ministries to run and others don't, politically, is that going to be politically correct or incorrect?
Well, I don't think Mr. President meant it in the real sense of it. You know, as a leader who is sitting on the driver's seat, he must have seen a lot of things happening there since he came on board. He's open to so many information. He has access to information, to reports and records and all that. So for him to have come out and say that, there must be a serious reason for him to say that, based on the information that are available to him. I think it doesn't really mean that people will be at the... What would they be doing there if they don't have any business there?
So you think that everybody has to have a portfolio?
There must be. Because there's not how you can be in the cabinet and you don't have duty or responsibility. It's not done anywhere. So I don't think, in the real sense of it, that's what Mr. President is trying to do.
Does the president
but he's just trying to... I think he's trying to create this just to let you know the reality on ground. This is one man who would never deceive you, who would never lie to you. So I think that is what he's trying to tell Nigerians. See, things are not okay with this country, and if need be, we may have to go through this route. That's the way I see the comment.
Well, some members of the APC surprised with some of those pronouncements. They just wondered. And then it makes those who are watching ask questions as, does he consult the party before he makes those kind of statements?
Well, I don't know. I don't know whether he did that. But like I said, but for sure he must be talking to some members, some leaders of the party, you know, on the things he wants to do. But I think he made that remarks in India or something. So but for him, and now he has few advisors. We don't know them, but there are quite some number of people, advisors, who were, you know, around him, telling him, giving him information and telling him the situation as it is.
But you know, it also leaves people wondering, if the president says the country is broke, we can't pay ministers, then some wonder, to what extent? I mean, how is that we can't pay ministers? Is that how broke we are?
Sincerely, the country is in bad shape. We must agree, you know, we must understand that fact. And if we have a president who has come out and said the country is broke, I think Nigerians should appreciate that he has come out and tell us as it is. That's my own take on that. So but I do know that there is no how anybody will be given an appointment. It's just not the ministers. We still have over 500 other appointments that are coming. Most of these are very strategic. So if you now say just 36 ministers we can, then how are you going to pay the other ones that are coming on, you know, on board? We're going to have board. We're going to have the MDAs, the head of agencies, and all that are still coming on board. So I don't know why we should be going back and forth on this. Mr. President has said it as it is. Then when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. Let them come on board first and see whether they will be paid or not.
But a lot of people will be saying, it's coming. They are coming. People are coming, you know. This is a government of expectations, it would seem. I mean, nothing, it would seem, is on the ground just as yet. And people are wondering, how long will it take to have these things in place? If we have, I mean, the fact that you're putting ministers there is not an achievement by itself. It's the work that these people will do. If it's taking so long to put these people there, then how much time are you giving them in reality, and realistically speaking, to actually do what it is that they have been appointed to do?
Thank you, Marco, for this question. And that's what this question will certainly lead us to setting an agenda for these guys. And because I am still waiting, because there's a lot to be done now. Because one, the ministers, the nomination has been made, the screening has been done, the clearance has been, done too. Then I think what what to come next is, like someone would say, hit the ground running. And how do you hit the ground running? When you're hitting the ground running must be purposeful, must be precise, must be direct, must be focused. And that's where the agenda setting comes in. So I had expected, even right now, I'm even expecting a situation whereby these ministers, this set of would-be ministers, who should be attending training somewhere now, because we never had that history. They would just come, screen them, clear them, and they go into office without even keying into the vision of who is bringing them on, without even understanding. Some of them don't even understand. They've not even operated at that central level. I mean, what I'm talking about, some of them, we have some of them who were commissioners in their states. We have some who are just party members. We have some who are in the private businesses who have never had the experience of what it takes to be in to operate in sector. Even the ones that are governors, what you see them do in the state is different quite from what they are going to see or meet at the central government. So I've expected all this. That's why the agenda setting is very important. Now we've passed through all this, and I don't want us to even dwell on all the things that have gone. Now the next thing is, how do we take off? We've taken, like I said, it has taken so long a time to come together to this point.
They're still not in place yet. I mean, today is Monday, it's the 2nd of November. The ministers still don't have portfolios. So it's not a question of, okay, they were screened a long time ago, so they can even begin to do some homework in terms of, oh, this is the ministry we're going to, what is on the ground there? Let us start seeing what's going on.
I'm very sure.
They're still in a state of limbo.
I'm very sure that within the week, just like, I think there was a statement by the spokesman for the presidency that they are coming up with, and certainly they'll come up with on that. I'm very sure.
You know,
within the week.
I still want to go back to what Mark highlighted, because if you look at it, today seemed to be the 4th day in the 6th month of this administration, in the life of this administration. It then means that we have, half of 2 quarters already gone now for the administration in 16 quarters of its lifespan. And if we look at the areas of the economy, the areas of even the security, and a couple of other areas that loads and loads of Nigerians are talking about, it will mean that we want to see these ministers designate sworn in this week and start to work. What would be the first things you would love to see from this government that will amount to a working government that has stayed too long before coming to the fore?
Sincerely, there are so many areas that need urgent attention in Nigeria, and you all agree with me. Just like we are, you agree with me. The entire Nigerians also agree with me that we have challenges in terms of the economy, and we can't run away from that fact. The security is also there, like you said. But for me, I would love to see is where this leadership we ask either itself or themselves honest questions that countries do ask themselves in terms of crisis. Where are we now? Where do we want to go? And what resources do we need to get to where we want to be? And then from there, take it up. First, I would like this economy revival or economic recovery, whatever we call it, to be the first target, the first hit. And we can only do that by going through, with all the things that have been proffered by experts and people alike. You need to diversify the economy, you need to improve on power, you need to shore up our revenue and all that. I would want to see a situation whereby economy will be the first target of this administration. Then again, followed by the security. Because without peace, there can't be any meaningful development. And any government that will want to survive in this country, I must say this, must first fix the police when you're talking in terms of security. If you don't fix your police, look at Metropolitan Police, you get to South African police, you see the way they do. These are the guys that are really running that. So you need to put that in place. Then again, there's this particular angle that I've not really heard my government talk about. And that's
the federal government?
Yes, I've not really heard them talk. But maybe they feel it's abstract, but to me it's not. It's really important, and that's the area of human resource development. I've not really had much of it from the government, but I think I really want them to do that, because Nigeria as it is, we really need to work on the mindset of Nigerians, and we really need to. This reorientation must seriously take place. Okay, my governor in Ogun State did something. Because you see them, for instance, you read this poll for street lighting, and the next week or few weeks after vandals go there, these vandals are no spirit, they're human beings, and they're Nigerians. It's not because they don't know it's bad. I think it's their mindset and their orientation towards that. So what I'm trying to say in essence, in effect, is that the government must take human resource development very, very seriously. Especially the mind of the younger generations. And you see there is a trend now. Most of them don't even want to work again. What they do, there's this thing they do, they call Lotto. That's why you see them every morning. I was surprised when I was passing and I saw them queue to play Lotto.
So in other words, you're saying there should be some kind of massive reorientation.
We need to do that. It's very, very important right now. Everybody wants to get rich very quickly. See, even God, in his infinite mercy, did something. He created, the Holy Book tells us, he created everything in 6 days and rested on the 7th day. God is indirectly telling you lots of things about timing, about process. So everybody wants to make it as quickly as possible. They don't want to work anymore. They don't want to be patient anymore. So we need to work on their minds, and everybody, just want to be there.